Today we're coming to you live from our brand new collection space here in the 4th floor of what we call the dorm, which is actually the top floor of the new house wing of the Mansion House. Now, when people think about the collection at the Oneida Community Mansion House, many people think about traps, jars, lots of silk thread, many copies of the circular, even the many books they had in their original library. However, what many people don't know is that we've been actively collecting and telling the story of what came after the community in 1881, the story of Oneida Limited, a story that means so much to people here in Sherrill, but also worldwide for this global company that shaped so many lives. And we're storing this all here in the dorm. We have things like paquettes and hollowware and company records that we're all keeping really nice and safe here and accessible to the public right here at the Mansion House. After the community broke up in 1881, many of the values that were central to the OC, like innovation, fairness, treating people with respect, being good employers, and building community inside and outside of work, were transferred to Oneida Limited. And that not only fueled much of its success to be the largest silverware producer in the world, but also made it a great place to live and work. This year, we are concentrating really hard on telling the story of Oneida Limited. We're doing that in a couple of really important ways. The first is all this stuff you see behind me. We're cataloging, documenting, and really finding out all the things that we got from the sales office and Sherrill about 10 years ago so that we can understand more about Oneida Limited and what made it so special, what drove its success, so we can tell those stories. And stay tuned in 2023 because what we're going to be doing is installing a brand new exhibit downstairs at the Mansion House that preserves and tells the story of Oneida Limited. So we really welcome you to come to the Mansion House, to examine some of these things, and to be inspired by the story of Oneida Limited. But more importantly, for the last few years and continuing into the future, we are capturing the stories of Oneida Limited through an oral history project. Everyone who worked for Oneida Limited, from the factory floor to the boardroom, had a unique story to tell about Oneida Limited. We want to hear about that. So please check out our website for ways to get involved. However, in the meantime, I want to introduce you to 3 clips from the oral history project that we have gathered for the last 2 years. Listen to those stories as we get a montage of all the great treasures we're finding from the Oneida Limited days. Enjoy.
Some of the smartest, most intuitive, and creative people I ever met were frontline hourly factory workers with a high school education. People talk about being educated. Well, it doesn't matter how many sheepskins you have on your wall, depending on what you're doing. But man, oh man, until I learned so much from the machine operators, just some of the tricks of the trade, and you learn that the people that do the work are the people that know more about what's going on than the rest of them.
And the families, whole families. I remember doing my orientation, going down in the factory, and the nurse with me would greet this one and that one and say, that's so-and-so's son, and you know, and the whole families worked there. And that's what we were. We were a family. Everybody will remember PG going down through the factory, stopping and talking to people and just going through. And they were good to the community, and that's the one thing I want. I want people who move here to Sherrill to realize what we have, we only have because of Oneida Limited.
Oneida Limited was one of the greatest places you'll ever work because, I mean, let's face it, we live in Sherrill. It's a 2-3 minute drive down the road. It's so convenient, and you know, it was a community, and it was a community-based business, and you know, and everybody knew everybody, and I loved working there. I really did.
Preserving those voices and preserving these objects in order that we can tell the story of Oneida Limited is essential to what we do here, and we can't do it without your support. Your contributions to the annual appeal directly support all the work we're doing here for preserving objects, capturing stories, and filming segments like this. Please donate today. Thank you.